utilize that space at the back and you want to go into full partnership with this gentleman, what is Fork and Comedy?
Okay, so Fork and Comedy is a comedy brand that started about 2 years ago, okay? And they've created another comedy platform, in particular for comedians. So initially it started out at the Fireman's Arm, as you guys know. They have an incredible following, and the fun thing about Fork and Comedy is that it's affordable. People can actually pay 60 Rand a ticket and order a meal. And with the research that I've done and just looking at the comedy venues overall, it's expensive, okay, and it's not always accessible for everybody to come to, okay. And so our initiative is to utilize that specific venue. I'm just going to quickly show Malcolm the pictures.
Where's the venue?
So it's at the same, it's at the River Club,
Okay.
but this is the back venue.
Ah, okay. Oh yes, another back room now.
The back room. And also, just to show you, it also has a...
So it's a little bit less,
well, it's a
more
little bit
private.
more intimate,
Yeah.
more private. We don't have enough comedians, okay, to have a different lineup each week, or even a different lineup each month, or even a different lineup every other month. It's the same comedians with the same material.
Yeah.
We need to, I don't want to call it a variety show, but that is something that we're going to have to look at. How can we combine comedy with another style of performance? You know, the key thing is not for it to be hilariously funny, but whatever it is needs to be of high entertainment value for the audience. I want Cool Bananas involved. The few things that Brendan and I kind of went down the list is, okay, now let's look at payment. We're looking at, it's 1,000 Rand normally for the headline act, which performs between 20 to about 30 minutes. And then the open mic does not necessarily always get paid. I would like to change that. Even if it is a 500 Rand that they make on the night, or a 300 Rand, just so that their travel cost is covered. Because I do believe, I don't believe in working for free, you know.
But with new talent, is it not important for new talent just to have a platform to expose themselves to an audience, to test material, or whatever the case is, versus like a headliner that already knows that they have an audience that, you know, that they can now, because of that audience, that is why they get paid. You know, because I mean, effectively
I hear what you're saying.
There's that transaction that needs to take place in terms of, like, I'm well known, people follow me, you know, I've got an audience, and in order for me to perform in your venue, I'm going to bring a percentage of my audience with you.
Okay.
Do you understand? You're paying them, but you can't pay somebody for nothing. You know, and you can't pay for, in business, you can't pay for something with the hope that something's going to happen, because that's where businesses see their asses.
Yeah.
You know why I say so is that, you know, like, this guy's got like a X amount of people that like really follow him. And they know, like, if or Shumi Isaacs is performing, guaranteed 50 people will be there for you, just for you. So based on what they can guarantee you as a headline act, you will give them remuneration for it. Because a percentage of the door takings, in a sense, you know, that 50 people maybe paying $100 each, and out of the 50 Rand, I'm taking 10 Rand. You know, that's my payment for that 50 people. You know, like that type of thing. Because why I'm just saying so is that, you know, I don't know, if I was in that position, like, you know, as a business owner, because it's not, you know, you're running a comedy business or a comedy, you know. But ultimately, it's also about, you know, rands and cents at the end of the day.
That's true.
You need to get paid. You know, which is your time and your partner's time. You know, so your time is value, and then based on the value, you have to say, for the amount of effort I'm going to put in, I need to see, you know, 30% return on my time. If I'm not seeing that, it's not worth my effort. Think about it, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, so why I'm asking, like, what is the vision like? You know, in terms of, like, you guys, first of all, you've got this new partnership that is forming, you know, what are the conditions of the partnership?
What is he supporting?
You know, what does he do, what do you do, you know, which cap do you wear, what cap does he wear, you know? And then bottom line is like, what's the fucking bottom line? You know, because if it's like just having like a friendly thing, then don't get involved, like, you know what I mean, with one another. But if it's business and you want to see this thing grow in like 6 months and a year, you want to see like 6 shows a month, full on, we have our own site, you know what I mean, like we no longer go to these guys, you know, we have our own venue, we make our own food, we control the whole stage, if I can put it that
And
way.
that is where I'm trying to get to. That is where
you know,
I'm
all
heading
these
to.
other places, they don't make money on the door.
Yeah.
They make money on the alcohol.
On the alcohol and
And on food.
the food.
So you go into a venue where you don't get anything out of that side, where the most incomes come out of. So you're gonna have, if you're gonna pay 60 rand a person and you can fit 80 people in, what is that?
That's what, $5,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you're gonna pay out how much in entertainment, maybe 3 grand. Then that means that you get a grand and your partner get a grand. And for how much work is that?
That's a lot of work.
For a lot of work and for a lot of risk.
Yeah.
Okay? So that is a packed out show. So for a full sold out show, Shirley, you're gonna make 1,000. Think about the time, the energy, and what is the outcome. If you're not doing it for the money and you're just doing it for fun, then we're talking a different story.
Yeah. My focus is not to make a lot of money because I'm aware that I'm not going to be making a lot of money, but I definitely see the potential in growing
The brand.
growing the brand, and like Malcolm says, and then taking it further, you know. And why I feel for me that this is such a great opportunity is because, I mean, a year ago you and I spoke about finding a space and things like that, and for me the safety net I do feel right now within this particular space is that I can actually test certain creative things and I can see kind of what works.
But also,
you know?
but also be cognizant of the fact that if you commit to an idea and a particular vision, then you need to fully invest in it.
Yeah.
And when I say fully invest in
Yeah.
it, you know, fully investing is signing a lease on a property. You know, he's committing to staff costs. You know, and I had the same discussion with my sister. I said, you don't have a business. Yeah, but I've been baking cakes. I said, no, you don't. You have a hobby. I said, the minute you open your shop, you'll start to see what a business is like.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what her business has become. And if you look at it now, she's grown that business exponentially in a short period of time just because she signed the lease. You know, because now she had to show up. There wasn't any more like maybe whatever. She had commitments. And why I'm saying that is like, you know, all of these things that you're unsure of will become very sure to you once you have commitments, you know. And sometimes you have to take leaps of faith. Like we did it when we came into this business. This business, we moved from a site that was like half the size of the upstairs area. It was like 80 square meters or 60 square meters.
Yeah.
And then our rent was like, I think it was like 5,000 or 6,000. This rent here of this building was like 25,000. I was like, what the fuck? How am I gonna pay for this? And had I not made that jump, you know, you'll be amazed at how resourceful you and your partner actually are.
Yeah.
You know, and all of these questions, like you're not sure about, you'll become very sure about things when you start making decisions of survival versus decisions of how I feel about things, or maybe it's nice to have, or maybe it's a must have. I can't really, you know, because when you have a business, it's a survival decision.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of like get more honest more quickly. So then you have the opportunity then to like build that brand that you're talking about, like that vision. Like you want the value of Fork in Comedy at this stage. If you look at like the financials of the business, maybe it's done 1 or 2 acts before. The value of this business right now, based on its profit, if it did the same type of presentation or the same type of offering, 12 months in a year, maybe it made 3,000 Rand profit. So 3,000 times 12 is 36. So it's worth about 70 grand at the moment. You know, like, so that's based on like 2 years worth of net profit that the business potentially could make. So it's a 70,000 Rand business.
Yeah.
But when I'm done in a year, it'll be worth 300,000.
Yeah.
Then you have value in the actual growth of your company. You see, and that's what sometimes that's what owners work for. That's what I worked for in the beginning. You know, because the company couldn't afford what I was getting paid. Do you understand? So to start it, I just made sure that the brand was enough. You know, if I look at the value of the company now that we own, plus what it affords me as the owner, you know, it went from like an 80,000 Rand business, you know, to a month to or what, I don't even know what it was in a year. It was probably like 1 million or 2 to like 24, 25 million. You know, so the value lies in the building, which I actually find exciting. But I can tell you now, it's not a walk in the park. It's time consuming, it's fully invested, you know what I mean? It's like, and then eventually to get people like around you that will manage the lineups. You know, somebody you trust that you mentor that will actually manage that for you. And then you've also got to say, listen, for the next 6 months, I'm prepared.
Yeah.
And after 6 months, you know, you tell your partner, listen, we need to employ this person. Because I won't have the time. I've got other projects on, I'm doing this, you know.
And there must be the paperwork in place.
Yeah. So
there must be agreements in place, even if they're basic, you know. And also, like, what does he do? What does he do?
Oh, so what he does and what he has done was the lineup. So he's always been in charge of the lineup.
So so you not gonna do that?
No. But with me coming in, that's kind of where we've just in the last few weeks we've shared that, you know, because again, he doesn't come from a creative background. He is a tech guy. He does IT work. You know, that's what he's into. So he's always been involved in the sound and in the production side of things. Whereas I obviously come from a creative side, writing and sort of, you know, being a creative visionary. So that would be something that I would want to control.
yeah.
And also, did you look at have you looked at the financials, or have you guys discussed
So
how it
this is-
has been in the past?
So this is exactly why I'm sitting here with you guys, because I need to have a very clear financial strategy going forward. And I don't know how to strategize that yet. They've been
just say you for your amount of effort.
Yeah.
I want to get paid so much. That's your strategy to start with.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's it. I don't have to be like a long this and this or whatever. Just say like, you know what? If we can come up with 10 grand between the two of us for a month's worth of work, fuck it, we cool.
Exactly.
What is it going to take? What's the effort going to take for us to get there? Oh shit, we're going to have to put on, based on past experience, we're going to have to put on 2 shows a month. Liquor, that's where we start.
Exactly,
3 to 6 months.
Exactly.
We've got a target. We've got 3 to 6 months, so it's 2 shows a month. It's 12 shows in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a venue that we can hire? Like very like rudimental to start with. You know, like what you're doing now. Like they're willing to help us, whatever. After 6 months, so we made 10 grand. So like our cash flow is going to be almost 120, right?
Yeah.
You're going to say like, listen, how much do you need to live on? How much do I need to live on? Okay, I need a grand out of this whole experience, or 2 grand. So we got a 3 grand each that we can put. So 6,000 times 6, we'll have 36,000 cash flow at the end of thing. That's maybe enough for 2 months deposit on our own place.
Yeah.
You know? But if we get our own place, we don't have to make arrangements with people anymore. We can just pitch up and have shows whenever we want to.
Yeah.
Now we can slot 3 shows a week instead of 1 organizing with a third party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can sell the food. If on the food, maybe we just get ourselves a fucking food truck, whatever the case is, to pitch up there. You know, we use some hire the space. You know, people eat outside. They just, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like you said, like think about when I think about business. If I can give you a tip, if you think about all the things that you are unhappy about with an existing comedy club, all right,
the things you gotta get right.
then fucking don't do that. Do the opposite of it.
Exactly.
Because if people are not coming to a place, all right, they themselves are not happy anymore. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So in order to get them to the new place, you have to do the opposite of the old place. Right? When you go to a shop, you don't get service, right?
Exactly.
What do you have to do? You have to give people service.
Service.
So now when people go to Telkom, they're hot for where do they go? MTN.
Yeah.
Right? That's why MTN is busy. All they're doing is just giving them what Telkom does.
Yeah.
So that's what business. So when you actually go and you look at and it's good to have competition, you know, and it's good to aim high at competition. Say like, you know, how much turnover they're doing at this comedy club. Okay. In the beginning year, I want to have 25% of their turnover. All right. You know, and competition is good because it keeps you on your toes. Okay. So I want 25% of their turnover. Okay. Where are they losing business? You know, what are they doing that is like, you know, cumbersome and fucking people don't actually want to worship. You know, people just want to laugh.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like I say, yeah, and then you end up like modeling your business on the needs of the customer, not on your own likes and dislikes. You know, and why I say so is your customer is going to direct you.
Exactly.
You know, and it might be like a deterrent of like an entry fee.
Yeah.
Like an entry fee sounds like good money in the beginning, but imagine like you charging somebody $60 to come in, okay? Because you're under the impression you're not going to create revenue to pay the people.
Yeah.
Okay? But now you're only talking to a market, a much smaller percentage of the market that's prepared to pay 60 rand. So you're actually cutting out maybe 80% of the market of the people who would have actually come for free. But you'd have made the bar 5 times as busy as it used to be, and the markup on the bar is maybe 3 times your ticket fee. Because you work it out now, a guy buys 2 beers, 3 beers in a night, right? How much is that? You know, you're making $5 or $10 off a beer, you're fucking halfway there already.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have to charge anybody, you're still making the money. You know, so you can then start to like plug in different streams of revenue in your offering, and you actually capitalize on your different streams of revenue. So it's not just like door takings at the moment, which is important to you guys, because that's almost like, if we don't sell enough tickets, then we're not going to be a success.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But you know how people like free stuff. If you told people free comedy, you'd have a fucking queue of people.
Yeah.
And what you want is, you know, I mean, that's how all those years where it was like a ladies' drinks are free at the clubs. You know, what used to happen? Ladies come free before 8 o'clock.
Well,
all the Owens is with the ladies.
And that is so true, because that is also something I mentioned to him. I said we have to do these kinds of things. Like if you're there before this amount, you pay, it's 30 rand. You know, as opposed to the full 60 rand.
Yeah.
You know, because it needs, like you say, I want it to be accessible, and everything that I noticed the other venues are getting wrong is exactly why I see an opportunity. You know, I definitely see that there is a great opportunity for us to sort of catapult this thing into something that I think can become sustainable in the long run.
But look at the lineup last time. I mean, there was no shortage of talent.
No, they were all headline acts.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I mean, you had what, 10 people of like the best in the Western Cape, if not, you know what I mean? So that's not the issue here, you know. But it's exactly what you say. Like, what are you gonna bring in together with that to make it pop?
Because I am a risk taker. I take a lot of risks on myself. You know, and it's like you say, I want to take that leap of faith. Look, if it doesn't work, we can change it.
That's another thing that maybe the two of you need to talk about and like, you know, like expand, because that's maybe just a product, Fork and Comedy. It's maybe not necessarily the brand, so it's one of the types of things you guys do.
Yeah.
You know, like say once a month we do a Fork and Comedy as a product. This is what we're offering people, Fork and Comedy. Cool.
Yeah.
And the other one is like, you know, stand up. The other one is, when I say stand up, what you call it, the new people, open mic like style, you know. The other one's like street comedy. The other one, you know, like you create different brands. Like I think about like, what's his name, and he's got a lot of followers, Mr. Mayor, you know him.
Yeah.
Like that style comedy will get people to come. Like we were at Fatima's thing, he was there. You know what I mean? Like he's like some of the new comedy coming, like that's on YouTube that people are laughing themselves in their mood for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like when you laugh, you just think like, yeah, that's so gum.
Yeah.
You know, like that style comedy.
Oh, I love that gum comedy.
Yeah, you know, like so that can be like that. You can even call it.
I don't necessarily like it, but I love it.
Yeah, but people, you know what I mean? So you're engaging with like his audience. Yeah, so if you're on Bush Radio, he's the DJ. You just and he's talking cut the whole time while he's playing his beats.
Did you hear him today?
Yeah, no, I didn't hear him, but I mean, I heard him once. They play him inside. But like he's the type of guy you could get like for a sundown type thing, you know? Like he'd actually play liquor beats for you. Plus you'd be making hot and having you know what I mean? Like that whole like experience, and then even better than that, I mean, doing what we're doing now is like get somebody just to document it. You know, get it out.
Well, that's the thing.
Like, you know what I mean? So you like almost use like this online space.
Exactly. To have every show recorded.
Yeah.
And if you've missed an episode, and I actually said we will, you know, because what we can do is we can actually create an entire television show around it, and I can do that with my eyes closed. You have somebody presenting, hey, welcome to blah blah blah. Cut to what's happening, blah blah blah. You know, where you also build, you know,
your traffic.
Where you build your traffic and things like that. We have a YouTube channel.
And is now already your pitch for your next show.